Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, bringing you the losers match from the Group C. This is going to be S2 and Shine, both players falling to their Protoss opponents, Jangbi and Shuttle. And so now they are going to be here fighting for their lives. Shine's We Made Fox, SKT's S2. Here we go. Let's get you the starting positions. It's going to be Gladiator again. We're going to have Shine in white at the top left, which means we're going to have S2 in blue. I think that's blue. Down there in the bottom right. Let's see. Yeah, it's blue. In the bottom right is going to be S2 for SKT1. So let's get this straight. Since in this series we've had 3 players with S names, S2, Shine, and Shuttle. So S2 in the bottom right in blue. Shine in the top left in white. So there we go. We've got it. We've got it all stuck in my head. I understand. And this is going to be a ZVZ, so expect some quickness. None of these players are really at the top of the ZVZ ladder. Shine's alright. S2 has been, basically S2 has been playing better in all of his matchups as of late, so he's a little bit better. But neither of them are really, would you consider, like, top 5 ZVZers or anything like that. This is not a preeminent matchup of this caliber, which when you're talking about mirror matchups, that's really what you're looking for. You're looking to find the best of the best at that matchup, because a lot of the other ones tend to be mistake prone. So let's hope that these guys can play a little bit above their level and give us a game that that lacks a lot of those mistakes that we see at the lower pro gamer level. And we do have a overpull coming in here from Shine, here in the top left and the bottom right. What have we got? Looks like we have a 9-pool speed. So we're going to have a 9-pool versus an overpull. Overpull generally is the stronger build, and with cross positions, you can say that pretty safely. We had problems with that in the MSL, I remember, when we were casting Calm versus Zero, I think, where people with the usually thought of as the inferior build were winning. So, me and Varosh started to have trouble with that, and we were like, how are all these people winning when they have the worst build, or they technically, what we've always been told is the worst build. But there is still a lot of gameplay to it. There's still a lot of strategy where you position your Zerglings, how often you skimp on drones, when you sneak them in, when you get a sunken colony, all those little things. There's lots of things that can really even just something small as like sunken colony positioning or can really affect the game. There's so many things in this matchup, so there are ways to come back from what may appear to be a build order disadvantage, and we found that out in this MSL very, very painfully. In some cases, we found it out that build order does not mean everything. So here we go. What do we got here? We got Zerglings out for both players, and neither one is going to get the scout out. It is cross position, so you mean really both players playing blind right now have no idea what their opponents are doing, so they're streaking their Zerglings across the field trying to figure out what their opponent is trying to do. I think they both suspect cross positions because they've got overlords going in the other spots, and no engagement yet, just minor things going on right now. And I think at this point, with their Zerglings met but did not engage, which we did not get to see, but on the minimap they definitely did meet, and I think they know where their opponents are right now. Now, obviously, it's very difficult to know for in Shine's case, it's very difficult for him to know that he has, that drone or 2 advantage that he does have, but which is why we see him retracting to his ramp. He's also getting his Spire up, which should be slightly earlier, I think. Yep. Looks like about the same time on the Spire time. Maybe they have the same build. I could have sworn that was a 9-pool though from S2. Either way, we have got Spires coming up for both players. And a couple of hidden Zerglings here from Shine, and S2 sending out a Zergling here to try and scout out the natural expansion. He wants to know whether his opponent has overpooled into a base or 12-pooled into a base, something like that. I think he knows the relative timing. I think he knows that it's not a 12 hatch or anything like that, but he still wants to know where his opponent is base-wise. And S2 actually going to grab a base here very quickly, and it's going to get scouted out immediately scouted out by Shine. So perfect timing there. He's got all the information he needs, so he knows right now exactly where 300 minerals have just been spent on that hatchery, which is really, really important for him to know, and gives him a little bit of a, definitely gives him a scouting advantage right now, because he knows it's there, and he's streaking Zerglings across, knowing that his opponent was probably not pumping Zerglings this entire time, is able to streak his Zerglings across and force the cancel. So that is a little bit painful for S2, not able to get that hatchery down. He's getting a creep colony as well. Perhaps he suspects that there's a lot of Zerglings coming, a lot more Zerglings than he can handle coming his way. And here comes Shine looking to go for a break, and a drone off the line for S2 looking to guard. And is this going to be enough to stop it? Will there be enough Zerglings coming in here for Shine to break it? It's going to be very, very close. It looks like 3 left versus 2 right now in Shine's favor, but the second colony is up, so that's going to be enough to tip the scales in his advantage. So S2 is going to be able to defend here pretty safely. However, there are more Zerglings streaking in, and with that build-up, there could actually end up being some potential problems for him. And some Zerglings coming in here and actually catching one of the drones, looking to catch a second. They do catch a second. Will they get a third? Will they get a third and get C? No, I do not think they got a third. I think they got 2 drones, though. Those Zerglings for Shine did catch 2 drones, which is very, very important in this matchup. Every drone so important, and able to catch a couple of them. Beetle is out for both players. It looks like 4 now out for S2, I think, and 3 for Shine right now. Looks like he's down 1, I think. Just based on timing, I think nothing else. Actually, it looks like they're about the same. It doesn't matter. They should be very, very close to the same. And Shine actually going to catch one of S2's Mutalists out here in the open and going to get a lot of damage on S2 countering by picking off an Overlord, actually. But Shine has the advantage right now if these Overlord or if these Mutalists were just to fight, because one of S2's Mutalists is so damaged right now. But it looks like they are engaging right now. This is a huge fight going on right now, and one of the Mutalists for S2 does go down. So Shine is definitely in the advantage right now. I believe his Mutalists are healthier, and he's got more of them, so S2 in huge trouble right now. Shine also has more drones going on here, and yeah, I think a lot of things are going in S2 or in Shine's favor right now. Especially as he starts to mix some Scourge into his forces. If he does, actually, I don't even know if he's going to bother, but he definitely has a Mutalisk advantage. He could go for a battle, but he's probably worried about Scourge coming and you know, losing a fight due to Scourge getting in the way. But there are no Scourge being produced, and he's just looking around for Overlords and not finding anything, looking to gather some more forces of his own for a bigger Muta clump, and maybe waiting for some Scourge before he goes and tries to finish this. But I think Shine is in a really good spot in this game. Shine is in a fantastic position to close this out. Up a couple of drones, up a couple of Mutalists. So yeah, S2's really going to need some impeccable Muta micro here, which he's done in the past. He's had some success. If you remember during the Winners League, I've mentioned this before in a few casts that I've had with S2. In the Winners League, he did 3-kill KTs, so the only player he lost to was Flash. So he did do very, very well in those Winter Leagues finals. He's gotten in on, I believe he took down Stats, and I think he took down Action in that series. So he beat most of the good players of KT Rolster. Just could not take down Flash. And here we go. Looks like S2 starting to move out a little bit with his Mutalisk as well. Haven't seen like any Scourge. There's been very few Scourge. What was that? Started building a creep colony and then canceled it. But yeah, tiny mini engagement going on there. Still very, very few Scourge. This is a weird ZVC. Normally you'll see a lot bigger Scourge clouds going on here, but both players just sticking with Mutalisk right now. I guess largely because they only have 1 hatchery, so they have limited production, so they can really afford a lot of Mutalisks, but you do still usually see more Scourge out here. And Shine picking off a couple of the Scourge of S2, and here we go. This might be the deciding fight, and Shine just has more Mutalisks in here. Shine just has more Mutalisks, and I think they're still healthier, but a couple of Scourge coming here for S2, and I thought they were going to land, and then they just glitched out there at the last second. S2 had an opportunity there with those Scourge, but misses with both of them, and that is going to hurt him once again. He is just falling behind in Muta numbers. Just look at the cloud. Shine's just so much stronger, and I think Shine at this point could just basically attack in here and win. It looks like that's what he's going to do. Might even pick off an Overlord first, I guess. Picks off the Scourge even. So this is just looking terrible for S2. And a Scourge lands. S2 down to 1 Mutalisk, no Mutalisk. And that is that. S2 is going to GG. S2 knocked out of this OSL. So SKT loses another member. And Shuttle, or Shine, is going to go on to the final match to face Shuttle, a rematch of Set 1. So bookends to this Group C. Opening and closing games are both going to be Shuttle versus Shine. I will see you guys all there.